Hello, my name's Andreas Stavros and I sing and play guitar in Nothing. I'm half of Nothing. Well, there are two of us. There's me and there's a guy, Joe Pacheco, who plays bass, keyboards, does all the programming. And we've known each other for many years and we've been writing songs for many years. Most of the time Joe will write the music and does it very brilliantly, and I will write the lyrics. And you can make up your own decision about that, but yeah, Joe's written, I think, probably 99% of the music on this new album, and I've written probably 99% of the lyrics. But it does vary slightly. Sometimes we'll write music together, and sometimes Joe will write a lyric, or we'll work on a lyric together, but it's usually he does the music and I do the lyrics. Well, I think if you're a writer of any sort, whether you're a lyricist or a poet or a writer or anything, novelist, then there are two things you will do. You will either write autobiographically, or you'll write about external things and things that you've seen. You'll give your take on your view on a certain issue, perhaps, and that virtually covers everything. A lot of my lyrics are autobiographical, but I write a lot about other things as well, and I think that really covers everything. There is nothing that I feel like I could not write about. Well, musically, really we cover everything, really, because the songs on this new album, which at the moment we've got 42 finished songs, so it's a triple album. Originally it was going to be a single album, and then we just kept on writing and writing, and it became a double, and now it looks like it's going to be a triple, and there may be more than 42. We haven't finished yet, but musically it's a complete variety. It goes from guitar-based hard-edged songs to reflective ambient stuff, and there's something for everyone, and different people like different songs, and that's fine with me. I don't think we can be categorised in any way. You wouldn't say they're an electronica band, or they're a rock band, or they're a punk band. I mean, it's just there's everything in there, and I like that. We don't fit into any genre, and we don't want to. We are what we are. Take it or leave it, you know. Joe normally puts the music down first. He will send it to me. I'll live with it for a little while, and I'll sort of whittle lyrics into it. Occasionally we'll rearrange the music a little bit. I'll do guitar overdubs if needed. It's a very simple process. We've been doing it for years, so it's easy. And I don't think there's ever a time when Joe gives me anything and I think, oh, you know, I don't like that. Or occasionally I'll think, well, that needs a bit of rearranging, or maybe that could be better. But he's very, very talented, so it's easy. Some bands will write 10 songs in a year. Well, more fool them if they've not got any ideas, or if they've got nothing to say. But for us, no, we'll write 10 in a month. It's easy. And my diaries are big and fat and bulging, and Joe's musical ideas are never ending, so it's a piece of piss, really. Most modern music is rubbish, but that's true of any era. That's not just true of 2011. I mean, people tend to look back with great fondness on certain eras, the 60s or the 50s or now it's the 80s. Currently it's the 80s. Everyone's got having this sort of 80s retro thing. Oh, music was so wonderful in the 80s. No, it wasn't. I lived through it. Most of it was crap. You had, you know, the Smiths and maybe a couple of the new romantic bands and one or two other people, but most of it was junk. And as with the 60s, you know, it wasn't all the Beatles and the Stones and a few others. Most of it was just junk. So we don't hold with the idea that that there is any golden era. There isn't. But everything in the past is open to use. So if we get the urge to write a rockabilly song, we'll do that. If it comes out naturally that way, fine. If it's an electronic, ambient, you know, thing, that's fine with me. You know, if it's, you know, panpipes, I don't give a shit. You know, as long as it's got some sort of soul to it. And the same applies to the lyrics. You know, the lyrics. Ultimately, it's the old adage about the head and the heart. You know, the music sorts out the heart. It makes you jump around, or twangs the heartstrings, and lyrically it feeds the head being what makes you think. And a lot of bands musically aren't too bad, but they've nothing to say lyrically, and occasionally you get the odd band who you sort of admire because they're lyrically they're saying something, but musically it just doesn't do anything for you. So we look to tie the two together, the head and the heart, and off we go. Well, the new album is called The Art of Being, and it's about this weird thing we call life. You know, that's where what the title refers to. Lyrically, there's everything on there. As I said, it's all to do with very introspective, personal issues, but it also looks outwardly. It looks at the world we live in and the whole issue of morals and free speech, and there are songs on it that are quite provocative, and I like that. I like music that makes you think and makes you question, and well, I like any art that does that. Because musically it's so diverse, there's so many sort of a terrific variation of music, different musical moments will inspire a different type of lyric. When Joe gives me a piece of music, it's I'll live with it for a while, and then I'll gradually get an idea for it might just be a subject, it might just be one line or a title, but then gradually it will seep in to my consciousness and out of my mouth, or out of the pen perhaps, and a song will arrive. But I mean, I'm always making notes, but I never know what lyric is going to fit what piece of music until after I've listened to it a few times, the music, and thought, okay, something is forming here. And that's how we write songs. The Art of Being will be out probably in a couple of months. I mean, if we ever stop writing and start putting it together, I suppose it'll be out in a couple of months, but it'll be out in 2011. And I really want to say to everyone who's supported us, who's ever listened to a Nothing song or looked at one of our videos, and there's loads of it on YouTube, we've got our own MySpace page and all that stuff, Facebook. But I want to say to all the people who've supported us, thank you very much. It's been this last 5-6 months we've written an awful lot of stuff, and the feedback has been fantastic. And all the people who've reposted videos or mentioned us to other people, got their friends to join our pages. Thank you very much indeed.